Thanks for dropping by. Are you missing guacamole? Do you not have any avocados in the house? Neither do I, but I have a can of the Green Giant, and we're going to make some faux guacamole out of some peas. So we will be right back and we'll get started. Okay, now I want to first say, I know this isn't guacamole. You know, it's green and it's got some Mexican spices in it, and it's good, you know, but if we haven't got avocados in our house because we're all sheltered in place, then you know what, this might be really a tasty little alternative. So having said all that, in my food processor here, my beautiful Breville that I love so much, I have a can of drained peas. And then I have a selection of spices here I will show you. I have a little cayenne, which is optional, cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and a little bit of salt. And that's going to go in my food processor. And then I have a little bit of dried cilantro. Now, if you had fresh cilantro, of course, wouldn't that be wonderful? And I would put that in a little later, but because this is dry, I'm going to put it in now. If I had fresh, I would use it, to garnish, garnish with. And then I'm going to add a little bit of plain yogurt, Greek yogurt, and this is going to give it a little creaminess and a little tang because I don't have any lime juice. How many of us have lime juice, right? So I'm going to start beating this up with I've got a chopper blade in there, and I'm going to blend it, and then I will taste it and actually check for creaminess, and then we'll be back. Okay, as you can see, it's nicely mixed. Now I have a little bit of spices down at the very bottom that fell down there when I added them, so I'm going to just mix those in, but just take a look there. Now, you know what, that doesn't look too bad. And once we get it all dressed up, I think you're gonna think it's pretty good. I haven't made this for quite a few years, and I had made it, oh gosh, well, probably about 2008, 2009, when things were really lean for a while. That big recession came into place, and you know, you had to do with what you had to do. And a lot of us most times have a can of peas in our house, right? So I'm going to give this another blitz. All right, I'm going to take just a taste of this for a tanginess. I have some lemon juice. If you had lime juice, that would be great, but I have lemon juice. And actually, I think with that, yes, with that yogurt, that's going to be just fine. So I'm going to move this into a bowl, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, this is the time we start to add all the good things that we like in our guacamole. Now, chopped tomatoes. I had some cherry tomatoes, and I chopped them up into little pieces, so I'm going to put those in there. And then I have some chopped red onion here a little bit. I'm going to add that. And again, as I said, if you had fresh cilantro, that would be wonderful to add at this point. I don't have it, of course. If you had green onions that you like, you could put those in. I would suspect you could put some black olives in there that you like. But we wanted to have kind of that authentic guacamole feel to it. It looks kind of like guacamole, doesn't it? Okay, now, how does that look? It's looking pretty good, isn't it? All right, I'm going to cover this and put it in the refrigerator. And it needs a good couple of hours to kind of get all those flavorings together. And you know, if you found that it didn't have a strong enough Mexican profile, you could add salsa to this. That would be really good. In fact, I may do that as I serve it. Put the guacamole with a little bit of salsa and some green onions and a little bit of that non-fat yogurt, which looks kind of like sour cream, right? So once I get this cooled off and I get it, kind of embellished with those toppings, I'll bring it back. And I know somebody who's really actually quite anxious to try this. See you soon. Are you ready to try it?
Piamole?
Now, I know I fixed this. I fixed this about. I am sorry. It's not a good sign.
No.
I did this about 10 years ago or so. We were like broke and we didn't have money for guacamole. So here, take a taste. It's gonna be good. It's just gonna be different. Like I told them, it's not guacamole. Don't think of it as guacamole. Think of it guacamole-esque.
not guacamole, but it's very good. A lot of cumin in there.
Well, there is cumin in there, yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead, get your chip out. Okay.
That's good.
Hey.
It's very good.
Now you know.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Spicy.
I had also said you could put, instead of the tomatoes, salsa in there.
Oh yeah.
No,
I think it'd be
too wet. You could put jalapenos in there, which I don't have. He's going for another chip.
Jalapenos would be good.
Jalapenos would be good. I don't know about olives. What do you think about? I'd suggested olives. Sour cream on top
bad.
to embellish. I didn't have any cilantro. That's another one that could have been on top.
Tomatillos.
Tomatillos. No, these are really. This is pretty good, isn't it? Take one more little bite here.
I like it. Yeah.
You know what it is? It's different. It's not hummus. It's not whatever. It's just a refreshing change from the dips. And if you don't have guacamole and you don't have avocados and you want something green that kind of looks like it,
You know
it's a
what?
pretty darn good substitute.
And what it makes me think of is that wonderful green pea spread you used to make that we'd make sandwiches of.
That was awfully good too, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And that was made with split peas instead of canned peas.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I mean, I think this is a wonderful.
Canned peas, that's interesting. Because I can kind of taste the canned peas. They have a little sweetness to them that fresh peas don't have.
They do have a sweetness,
Yeah.
don't they?
It's good.
And I
Sweet,
told him,
spicy.
I said, before we start the camera and before you taste it, what did I tell you? And it's the truth. I said, I want you to be honest.
I'm being honest.
I know, I'm just saying.
I'm always honest.
I know. But this was a little off the beaten track. Okay, what now?
No, it's delicious. I'd have that anytime.
You would?
I would.
Well, good, because I made a bunch of it.
Good. I'm glad.
All right. Yeah, give it a shot. I've got the recipe down below. Look under show more.
It is delicious.
And you can get the recipe
And
there.
if she wasn't so cheap with the chips, I'd have some more.
Well, you can have some that comes snack time.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.